So a lot of stuff has been going down in Marvel's Avengers over the last couple of days. First of all, with the new skin that we've waited for quite a long time, which is the Ultimate Captain America outfit, which released a couple of days ago. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you actually like it? Do you not? Do you feel it's worth it? Leave your brutally honest opinions on this suit in the comment section below. But on top of that, what's really interesting is that somebody else has joined the Marvel's Avengers team, and there's a huge hint regarding the DLC coming in the very near future. And yes, we're talking about Spider-Man, but then also on top of that, there was the dev live stream. So we basically have a lot of stuff to cover in today's video, so let's just dive into it. Now, I do just want to quickly start off with the, of course, Ultimate Captain America outfit that you do see in the background of this video. I genuinely like this. It's probably one of my favorite Captain America suits right now, besides the Endgame one. Like I said, let me know what you guys think on this in the comment section below. But the reason why I wanted to start off with this is because we know how important skins are for the team, for this game, and we're simply talking about the game making money. Now, in the dev live stream, they basically went ahead and previewed some new outfits that are coming to the marketplace, and it's pretty interesting because there's this animated new volcanic skin that basically comes as a set, meaning that every single character or hero, should we say, will also be receiving this, but it's just something that I guess pretty different, right? So leave your thoughts on this stuff again in the comments below. It really does feel like there's that base skin, and then they just kind of like do these recolors, and they do their animations in this case with the volcano stuff. I mean, I don't really know how I feel about this at this moment in time. I want you guys to leave your thoughts on how do you feel the team are headed in the direction with the whole microtransaction thing right now, because I feel like it's one of those things that, sure, there's good stuff that comes to the marketplace, but then there's definitely times where a lot of things are pretty questionable in my opinion. But what's really interesting is the Red Room Takeover is coming back on July 18th. This was a big thing because there was a bug when it first happened the first time round, and as a result, a ton of people basically missed out on earning the exclusive rewards that you can get from this event. So if you're one of those people, this is good news for you that it's coming back on July 8th. So I mean, we're talking Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Thursday next week. So that's going to come probably alongside these new skins, which are going to be the volcanic outfits, I guess you could call them. I don't know, but that's my theory on that stuff. Now let's get down to the more interesting details that were mentioned in the dev live stream. And I know I get a lot of people ask me, you know, where can I see these dev live streams? All you need to do is follow the Play Avengers Twitter account, and they basically update you on what's going on over there. Alternatively, the fan-made Play Avenger Twitter account is also a really good source. I'll leave the links to both in the description below. But what was mentioned is that in the War for Wakanda update, which of course is going to be the Black Panther DLC update, is that you will be able to equip 8 takedowns. Now, in my opinion, that's actually some pretty interesting stuff, because when you look about, I mean, it all comes down to like the longevity when it comes down to playing with a hero, right? How long can you play a hero for until you ultimately get bored with that character? Now, I know there really is this case where people say there really shouldn't be a limit in people's opinions, and sure, I definitely agree with that. Again, I don't know, I think the actual limit was 5 that currently exists, so sure, going to 8 is a bit of a difference, but at the same time, again, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, first of all, maybe not having a limit would actually be a whole lot better. But then also, another thing that really needs to be implemented, because I know a lot of people are still asking about this, is the emote wheel. We know that it's basically been confirmed and it's been teased, and there's been so many fan concepts around it. It's just a matter of when they're going to implement that feature. Now, for me personally, when it comes down to emotes, again, it's a microtransaction aspect to the game, where it's like, okay, do I really want to go ahead and purchase these emotes? But then equally, the challenge cards are there, so it's very much like a grey area in that. But still, an emotes wheel would be pretty interesting in my opinion. What would be really cool is if there was a wheel that allowed you to switch your costumes. Like, you can maybe have, I don't know, your top 3 favorites that you put into a slot, and then there's this like a wheel that just allows you to switch up your outfit in game. That would be awesome. Just single player, not when it comes down to multiplayer. Single player would be good enough for me. Just an idea that literally just popped up in my head right now actually. So there you go. First time talking about it, first time hearing the idea. But going a little bit deeper into what I mentioned at the start of the video, where I said somebody new has actually joined the team. Well, there is somebody new who goes by the name Keanu. I hope that's how you pronounce it, or it could be pronounced Kino. But long story short, they are the new narrative designer at Nix's, working on almost everything story related in the game. Super quick, Nix's whole stuff has been acquired by Sony. There's very much this meme going around where Sony are just super annoyed that their exclusive Spider-Man isn't anywhere to be seen yet, not even on a roadmap. But with the recent acquisition of this could really speed a lot of stuff off. The DLC, I guess progression we can call it. But also what's interesting is, like I said, the new narrative designer joining the team. So what he said is, or she is, basically that almost everything story related in the game is what they're dealing with. They did say they started out as a game designer on this project over 4 years ago and applied for a narrative designer position about 2 years in. Now these days their time is spent writing and implementing dialogues, cutscenes and other story beats in collaboration with the amazing narrative team at Crystal Dynamics. Brackets shout out to Hannah McLeod, Nicole and Jessica. Now what's interesting is it doesn't stop there, because the other question was, can you give our community a hint at what you are currently working on? Now the answer was very short, but what it says is lots of writing and implementation of said writing for a certain king, of course being Black Panther. Oh, and brackets redacted. So again, this is like that big Spider-Man teaser where it's like, okay, they're still working on this DLC. It's not being scrapped. There's absolutely no way it can be scrapped because it's a Sony exclusive. That's like first and foremost. I know there's been this whole debate on Twitter recently saying that maybe one day they can go ahead and just open up that horizon to no longer make the Spider-Man DLC an exclusive. Now, from my knowledge, and I could be completely wrong, but the second it's an exclusive, there's absolutely no way of changing that. So, I mean, sure, there's a difference between an actual solid game and a DLC bit of content, but either way, it's still that longevity aspect to it, right? It's where something will be as relevant within years to come. Now, alternatively, there is this way around it, and again, this is where I say I could be completely wrong about this, but the theory is if that, well, the DLC content is exclusive to Sony and the DLC content is free anyway, then it could potentially be a very, very small fee to where other people on other consoles can go ahead and purchase the DLC. Therefore, it's like stripping away that exclusivity aspect to it, but also making it more accessible, and from a revenue perspective will benefit the game. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, why should I pay for it? I don't mean it like that. I'm just basically saying in terms of it basically being accessible to anyone on any console and ultimately not being discriminated for whatever console you're on. That's just my 2 cents on that. But guys, that's going to wrap up this video here. If you missed any of the previous ones, check them out. We also have a new dude on our team who goes by the name Tyler, dealing with all the MCU movie content that we are doing on this channel. So go ahead and check out that recent video regarding Spider-Man No Way Home if you haven't already. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day and adios amigos.